Okay. I think we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to some vintage story this afternoon. Gonna be hanging out here in our little frog world a little bit. Okay, so just trying to get everything set up. I think I'm set up. Okay. Went ahead and did some copper mining from last night to now. There is a large seam of copper here, so I just grabbed some off the surface. Just got back. It's been nighttime, so I figured I should start the stream right as daytime starts. We have a couple goals today, and that is kind of enter the Copper Age properly, and also I want to start preparing to go north. Everyone is going south. Uthris is going north. That's the plan, at least. Whether we will get there or not, we will see. Can I make a sharpening stone out of basalt? Might be able to. Yeah, I can. There's a basalt seam over with that copper, which is kind of cool. Basalt's a great stone, looks-wise and everything, too. So I'm just going to make a couple sharpening stones. So I'm going to actually finally sharpen my tools, which will be a nice boon. Okay, I need some firewood. Real quick. Because I plan on making this papyrus sailor boat, I think. I don't know if it's gonna take cloth or not, so I kind of just want to see. We need a couple more pieces of cattail, and then we'll place it down. So the cool thing about the boat rate mod is, of course, the ability of you to design more ships than just the default sailboat. So I'm really hoping this papyrus sailor is at least, you know, we don't need planks or anything like we would with a sailboat. Might be the earliest sailboat we can make. And two. No? Okay, I need two more. Two more cattails. This is going to take a lot of grass, though. These type of boats will. But luckily, when one of our community members died near us the other day, they were nice enough to drop that copper scythe from their corpse. Let's see. Gonna set it to launch south just to see the size of it. Okay. I can't launch it in this lake. That's not going to help us at all. I'm going to have to launch it in this river. That way it's at least I know it's tied to an ocean. Then there's a pig eating my crops. Of course. Fuck off. Well, let's go over here, see what we can do to get a launch spot for the boat. And then we'll just slowly bring materials over throughout the stream to get it set up. I'm hoping it has a decent amount of cargo. It says it can hold 3 chests, plus me, probably. Which is definitely going to be better than the raft. Because if I'm going to go deep north, I should probably bring a fair amount of supplies with me. Alright, let's see here. Here might be kind of the best spot. It's only 3 wide. And we'll have to go back to here. This thing's actually pretty sizable, isn't it? That. Shame that immersive mining and stuff wasn't really working in multiplayer. Okay, so we need to fill in kind of those 3 squares. Just use some packed dirt. There we go. Ooh, 21 hay. I don't think I have 21 hay, and I'm getting a phone call. 1 second. Why do I have to be on a phone when shit like that happens? Okay. Let's get back to our body. Because I don't even have my headphones on. I didn't even know I was getting attacked until... until I literally look at my computer and I see a wolf head sticking through my screen. Alright, let's get through the marshland. All that fun stuff. We'll have to eat when we get back and get my things. Hopefully the wolves aren't camping my corpse or anything. How's it going, chat? Sorry I've been quiet, but when you get a father call on you, you got to answer the phone. It's just what you got to do. Never know what the news could be. Hello, Mr. Brown Bear that killed me on day 1. Nice. Never ignore the father call. True. And there's another wolf. Of course. Why wouldn't there be? Hop. Luckily, we're not overly far. So we're going to have to get a whole bunch of hay bales, which is an annoying thing to get. And I'm sure I'm going to need hundreds of these. So we're going to be chopping a lot of grass. See, I kind of want to go north enough in the game so I can start seeing the auroras, at least. I think that's like, you know, I don't want to go all the way to the Arctic, which I think, you know, you can see the auroras a lot more, but I want to start seeing them a little. Oh, give me this. Ow. So how's everyone's Saturday going? It's Saturday, right? staying up so late, I just kind of realized that it feels like I lost a day, but did some yard work today. Took a whole bunch of yard clippings over to the dump and stuff. And then tomorrow morning I get to do some fun mowing the lawn activities. Oh, sweet. Okay, so I have red clay here too. I'm glad the game, I don't know if this is a mod doing this, but the game has been saving, like, if I select a symbol in a specific color, it saves that text by default now. So it really makes marking a lot easier. Because I'm the guy that loves marking locations. I gotta mark it. I love having a filled-in map. It really shows, like, you know, where you've traveled and explored and documented things. And I think that's like one of the coolest things about this game is that sense of exploration and overall journey that it has. Man, this over here would have been a bit better to build my dock from, huh? A little bit more shallow. I feel like I lost today, but was successful in gaining my crew status for a narrowboat today. Had to actually steer the boat. Really nasty high winds to pass. Nice. Congrats. That's a wolf. So by narrowboat, do you mean something like a canal boat? One of those? Like kind of what they have in England a lot? Is that what you mean by narrowboat? I'm a frog. I'm an amphitari. Yeah, we're a cool little... Oh, too close on the corner. We're a cool little frog. Ribbit. Yes, exactly that. Okay, okay. There's a YouTuber that I occasionally watch that's in England that has a YouTube channel that he does on that. Forget the name of it. He really just randomly shows up in the feed. No different. The races are 100% visual at the moment. I didn't do anything to limit classes to specific races. I just wanted people to be able to kind of make the character that they want as much as possible. The classes is where the uniqueness stuff comes in. So I'm a potter. Quite a few narrowboat channels in the UK. A lot of them are narrowboats full time. Nice. Yeah, I think this guy is like something the cut. I think. And he has a YouTube channel, and he just like goes up a bunch of canals and stuff and talks about narrowboating. I don't think he lives on his full time. What about the cut? Maybe. Hold on. I can just find it real quick. Cruising the cut. That guy. All right, cool. We got a scythe that we found. Well, someone else found and then proceeded to die and leave it here. So we can actually get grass at a decent rate for this boat. So if I had to guess, we're gonna need something like 100 hay bales, which is 800 grass, I think. I kind of wish the boat would tell you the total cost before you choose the recipe. Living on an airboat up till about a year ago. He has a tiny airboat and goes stay on weekends. Yeah. No, his channel seemed like a cool, like, hobbyist kind of... I like the hobbyist channels that, like, you know, some of them get decently popular and big for sure, but you can tell they're just very passionate about that thing. It just makes me think of old YouTube a little bit. Gotta keep this scythe super sharp. Yeah, this is only 16. We're gonna do something about food, though. And I need a new handle. Where's my knife? Okay. I fully expect to die almost instantly from lack of food. Look, at least you have a base relatively close to spawn. Right? Aren't you living around here? I think. Yeah, that's your house. I plan to go all the way up to about here. So, quite a ways up. I would like to find a temporal gear before I go north too, but sometimes you don't find what you're looking for. But yeah, of course, if anyone's on the server and they have questions, like just basic gameplay tips and stuff, just ask me in YouTube chat or in-game, I guess, if you're on the server, and I can answer things. Vintage Story is a very, very in-depth game, so I'm just hoping the server remains stable. I may have to increase the number of restarts, just again, to kind of dump RAM from cache and stuff. Yeah, I'd say until you have a cooking pot. Fish is pretty mediocre from a food source. Mushrooms are better, and berries, if you can find them while you're running around. Or if you can kill, like, some bunnies for red meat. Or if you want to risk it, you can kill, like, a goat or something, but they might attack you. Wasn't too bad yesterday. That's good. I worry about those things. I'm a stickler for performance in terms of, like, I want my freaking server to just nat stutter, you know. All right, 48. I think that's enough for now. We'll drop this off, eat some food. I need to probably fish a little bit myself. I need more storage. Well, I'm just surprised that your ping was only 150 and you're connecting, it sounds like, kind of from the UK, so that's not awful. And I could hear you in voice chat. It's just the voice chat was a little laggy. So you might have to, like, if you're using push to talk, I don't know if you are. You might have to, like, hold the button down extra period or something. Or a little longer, just so it doesn't cut in and out a little bit. I'm hoping I can attach more than just a reed chest onto the boat. I need to make a couple normal vessels, I think. Just in case. I think I need to fire up 3 more vessels. Not only for just general storage for myself, but if I can load that into the boat, that'd be great. Okay, let's store that in there, that in there. Fabric-y stuff in there. Oh, you don't think you're on push to talk? So there's a key button to bring up RP voice config up here. So you can adjust other people's player volume in this. You can choose your output input device, things like that, and turn on push to talk here as well. And then the bottom right circle, you can see that changing colors. If I crouch, like hold crouch and press tab, it goes from whisper, which is blue, green is just normal talking, and yelling is this one. And that just tells you how far your voice is going to carry. I think yelling is 20 blocks or something like that. And you can even make like a megaphone eventually, which will do 125 blocks, I guess. Oh, I can use the admin megaphone to just talk to everyone on the server at once. Okay, I'm gonna try that out. Yeah, and there's always, you know, if you go into your interface for controls and search RP, you can, the mod menu, you might have to bind. You can kind of see all this stuff. I keep getting distracted. Oh, this game, it's I'm so bad at just getting sidetracked. Let's cut a tree down, because I think I have some resin, which I can use for the initial butchery table. Actually, you don't need resin for that. Guess it's the skinning hook. Still need logs, though. I think that's just normal with Vintage Story. Or really any game that's like a crafting survival game. I get so scatterbrained. I love the tree felling mod. Mainly because you get a bunch of sticks. Okay. And I need 12 stone. Does claystone work? Yep. And the butchery table is kind of a must for me. I was really thinking about Nat having the butchery mod on this playthrough, but enough people seem to have wanted it that I yield to the community a bit. It's a real good mod, but it can be a little tedious sometimes. Alright, 12 stones acquired. Okay, 2 logs, 2 logs. Axe, knife. which I'll lose, but that's okay. All right, butchery table. And now I need probably 2 skinning hooks. 4 logs, 4 flint hooks, a couple resin, and sticks. And when we decide to move up north, hopefully today, that's when we start that adventure, I'll be able to bring some of this stuff with me. Take these out, move this to here. Need to make a drop spindle, don't I? Okay, a little bit of a skinning setup. That's good. I'll need to get some clay. Do a couple more molds. Do I have any more red clay? Nope. Doesn't look like it. Make a new knife. Okay. So I tend to only do 2 grunts when I'm doing this. I feel like that's kind of the most efficient way to get worms. But I could be wrong. I don't know if there's a benefit for doing it longer than 2, but usually by the second one you can see the worm poke its head out, so I find doing more than 2 is a little wasteful on durability. And time. Hey, niece. Good to see you. How you doing today? Such a shame you guys aren't playing this season. And I'm not saying that to, like, guilt you into playing by any means, but it's just always cool to play with more people and stuff. But I'm sure you're all creative mode out with your guys' Enshrouded build. I don't think I could build all that in Enshrouded and then come back and try and do it all again in Vintage Story. Like, that's just work. Too much work. No, thank you. You fucking boars. Gonna have to hunt those. No, building never get burnt out on that. It's the combination of survival for plus building, I think. But the story is just, it can be so unforgiving. Grass carp. Pretty sure I just saw lightning off there. We're not getting a whole lot of large fish. I might need to go spear fishing to get some larger fish, honestly. Because I think until I get, like, stink bait, like the upgraded bait for the fishing pole, I just feel like it's more efficient to go to a river and spearfish. Getting the worms and stuff is a little annoying. Okay. I mean, it's great early game food still. Let's use one of my aged firewood here. Okay, those are sizable. Alright, so these grass carps give 4 fillets each. That's pretty cool. There we go. 4 servings of hefty fish stew. Just add it to our ever-growing fish bone pile. This is how many fish we've eaten. We've eaten a lot of fish. So today we'll get some clay and do some clay forming. I want my anvil mold to more storage vessels. Once that's done, we'll get a couple, like 4 normal blacksmithing molds. And maybe another tool mold. Maybe the prospecting pick mold. I have not done anything with the new blacksmithing mechanic. That's going to be so different. In fact, we need bellows now, don't we? We need crude hide bellows. Well, you can do bronze and copper without bellows, apparently. That's okay. I can wait until we unlock. Hey, Noak. So I have 3 spears. Am I missing one? Normally I have 4. I'm so happy those little stakes do damage to mobs too. Kind of helps keep Jeff off my back. Though now they can climb up over my roof. That's concerning. I mean, I have a door, so it's not that big of a deal. Oof, the bear! I'm glad they added a stick variant for the roof, too. Okay, boop, boop. There we go. Food! Let's go ahead and drop off our hay grass while we're on the way to go get clay. By the way, don't take like the cheer super just an FYI for people who haven't seen us do a Vintage Stories server before. We cheer every time someone dies. We just do. We do the little cheer emote for everyone. Praise Dave. Mm-hmm. Alright, let's delete that. And this is... I wish there was a boat icon, but I will do... boat launch for now. Alright. We need 6 rope for this too. I didn't notice that the first time. Let me see if I can get 6 rope real quick. Just need to find some ivy. Mark this resin. Oh, more resin. I love the curvy trees. Very pretty. Oh, more copper. Bole, so these are mushrooms. See, I haven't been over in this area yet. I'm gonna harvest these. Mushrooms are just really good long-term storage for food. If you can start like storing as much as you can. Not seeing any cattails, or not cattails, ivy. Lobster's good, right? Yeah. It's the jack-o'-lanterns that are not. This is becoming a foraging trip now. Not seeing any vines. That's a wolf. Gonna have a million marks. Yeah. That's a black bear. Oh, here's some ivy. No. No. And this, friends, is why I carry bandages around. But it kills my FPS for some reason when I heal. A little weird. It wasn't doing that before. Get out of here, pigs. Oh, okay. Wolves. Great. A lot of mushrooms, though. These are safe, right? Yep. So I just need 4 more ivy, and then we can go back to the boat and drop that off. 2 more. Boom. Chicken of the woods. Yeah, there's so many wolves in this forest. Little scary. The music is jamming out. Alright. So we need 6 more for what looks like the other half of the body. I can't make heads or tails of this ship at the moment. Let's go see if we can get 6 more rope. While I go over for red clay down this way. Gotta try and be efficient with our time. Do I have a shovel on me? I do. Better, nope. Better, nope. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, a horse. Horses, I think, are gonna actually, because we have oceans, I mean, you can put them in boats, so they're still gonna be pretty good to have. Until people start building airships and riding around on dragons a little bit, but there's nothing wrong with a good horse. Some berries in the wild here. Okay, got that. Let's go get our clay. Want to bring back probably 2 stacks of red clay. Now, I'm pretty sure I can use, like, if I make a standard storage vessel, I'm pretty sure, because I'm an artisan, I can actually just predetermine the fancy ones as well eventually. So that'd be cool to have some fancier vessels around. That's enough. Let's drop that. I kind of want to grab any and all mature flax. Because again, I don't know if this sailor will require... Have I been to these ruins? I don't think so. Oh! Okay, cool. New copper scythe. And garbage. Okay. We take that. I think a scythe might be, outside of maybe a falx, might be my favorite metal tool to find before the Metal Age. These just get you very high. So I'm gonna, these are, we'll just call them mushroom, but the purple mushroom is psychedelic mushrooms. I love the frog. He's so cute. With my little pouch. Alright. Let's drop this on here. I have 6 coil rope. Excuse me. Thank you. So 2 coil rope is next. This is a weird shape, I guess. Let's just use cattails, so I don't have to go very far. 2 coils of rope, that's gonna be 12 cattails. Okay, so we like assembled it on its side, rotated it, tied it together. This is a pretty big boat, isn't it? This would be nice to kind of cruise the rivers with. 2 logs and 4 rope. I'll have to come back for that probably. Let's get the clay pits going. Yeah. So while I want to go 10,000 blocks, if I find literally the coolest place ever to build a base while going up there, I'm going to stop early. I just have to. Right? It's the law of the land. Don't give up a cool building spot. There's that. Let's take these things out and replace them with perishables. Which is nice. Look, 48 days. This white oyster is going to be good. Can I store seeds on the ground yet? Kind of. Look, it's stored, right? I don't have to worry about making another chest for a little bit. First one. Let's go ahead and get the anvil mold. Because I think that's going to be our next copper pour is the anvil. Yes, anvil time. And then we'll do another vessel. I kind of want my first animal fat to go to a couple oil lamps. If I can get a couple oil lamps, I think we can attach one to the boat, and then of course then we have also a permanent light source for us. Because I'm not going to bring these sconce holders with us. Ideally, I want this base to remain kind of functional after we leave, because if I die, I need a place to come back to. and kind of get reset back up. And I think this little shelter will serve that purpose for us. New axe. Alright, there we go. Get that all set up. We got the rope that it's asking for. And the 2 logs, I think, right? I'll get another log. Just in case. Let's go back to the boat real quick. And then we'll eat once we get back. And we'll see what else the boat needs. I'm going to assume it's going to need a lot more rope for rigging. And I'm hoping cattails for the sail. I have no clue what the sailcloth is going to be made out of. That's the big question mark right now. Am I on top chat again? Freaking YouTube, man. How's the audio and stuff, chat? What is that? 8 logs, 8 rope? So 16 logs, 16 rope, and okay. Huh. Looks like we're adding some sort of wooden structure to this thing. Mm-hmm. How's the server going? I think the server is running okay right now. I'm only using 4 gigs of RAM, which is half of what we got. So if RAM starts spiking, I'll just do another restart, but Okay, so we're gonna need more rope. And more logs. Well, we have logs. Looks like. Some. Wouldn't mind cutting down another pine tree just to be sure, though. Cut this little guy down. And of course, I just like leaving the bottom of trees. Just for like my own personal RP. It's just very nice to see where you've been by leaving a log behind. Even though what's going to happen is it's going to kind of stay that size or shrink. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's fine. I'm sure that noise was fine. Praise Dave. No. That's like the warning noise, so like it's coming soon-ish, but it'll still say temporal storm imminent and stuff in chat. But mods? We have about 130 mods. I don't have like a complete mod list, but kind of everything from Rustbound Magic, Toolsmith, Realistic Smoke, Echo Machina, or Eco Machina, whatever. We have Symphonic Symphony. We got, you know, Terra Pretty with rivers and watersheds. A fair amount of mods, I would say. Not like the most we've ever used, but a fair amount. Horses, dragons, airships. Yeah, this is 1.22.3. Yep. Let's look for Ivy. I just think Ivy's the best thing to use. Oh, it hasn't even started yet. Like, it's not going to start for probably another day or two. That's like a warning message. It's so... Have the game, but you're bored of vanilla? Yeah, no. Mods are a good way to do it. For sure. They can add a fair amount of challenge and complexity and more goals. I do think vanilla is really good. But I've been playing with mods for years at this point. As well. Look, you guys are just lucky I didn't add some mods that probably would have caused no one to want to play on this server. You guys are lucky. I tend to take it easy on my community. Yeah, we're running a community server, so if you're a channel member, you're able to join. This is our 5th community server that we've ran. So if you're ever curious about like what it kind of goes like, you can check out previous live streams and things. I love seeing the smoke in the evening. In fact, shout out to you know, people in my community, Forn and Blink. Even though when I say my community, it feels like I'm taking ownership, but they made a really great canning mod for Vintage Story and a backpack mod. So if you ever see the Athenian stuff, that's them. They're from here. Yeah. No, everything's shook. It's like an atmospheric thing. It didn't actually start the storm. Welcome to the channel, then. Yeah. Can I say that Forn isn't a channel member? You should ban him from the server. I think Forn and Blink have permanent. You guys can join the server without being members at this point. You guys have supported the channel enough. And probably even Jazza. But also, I already know Forn isn't a member. I saw him in chat the other day and I called him out, but it's fine. I know. I'm really hoping that we can get a Space Engineers 1 server up again before SE2 gets too much stuff. Ugh. I could cut down the tree and get the ivy, but I don't need that much lumber and sticks right now. So you taking a break this season, Blink? Just chilling? I don't know what side this thing's on. Ugh. Damn tree. Woo woo. Yeah, you are. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Can work out what to do in Space Engineers. Too complicated for you? Yeah, it can be. I'm assuming the backpack mod hasn't been updated yet. I think the last comment I saw was you guys were kind of just chilling a little bit. Not like wanting to code at the moment, which is, again, fine. I'm just curious, because once it's updated, I'll add it to the server. And again, at this rate, I'm going to have to pay you guys to make my freaking golf mod. Lumber hates me. I love how, like, on some of the trees, these mushrooms look really good coming out of, like, the model that this generates. Yesterday stream was hilarious. Yeah. Yeah, Thorn. Thorn has joined the server. Well, did 1.22 like completely change kind of a lot of the crafting stuff? Or am I misquoting? I also find it pretty funny that the game creator made his own game because he got tired of like every Minecraft update breaking mods, but it kind of seems like his updates nowadays are kind of breaking all the mods. It's just the nature of the beast. Okay. 14 rope. We got a good bit of little mushrooms here. What do I need? Yes, it is. And we love VS, so we'll put up with it. Or at least I will, for sure. But I'm also not making any of those. Alright, so I need a rope. I need one flax twine, a couple vines. How much copper do you need for the pickaxe? You need 100 units of copper ore. So 20 of those nuggets. Little tiny nugget guys. That'll get you. Let's go ahead and do the drop spindle. Do this. Okay. Yep, got my twine. Need one more ivy. I'll take one rope. 3 candles. We don't have 3 candles. Never mind. Let's throw this thing down on the wall. Let's mount some antlers. There we go. Actually, let me rotate these that way. That. I think that's better. I think that's better. Sweet. Alright, pick kiln's still going. Let's get a couple more molds ready. Let's get this. How close are you guys to finishing Enshrouded, niece? As a person who's never played it, I've been kind of not really watching other people's playthroughs of it, because I might end up eventually playing it, kind of deal. Let's get a prospecting pick. Forn, what did you break? Forn. Mr. Bug Finder. Just finished it, 20 streams in. Nice. There's another one, and then he knows how to code. He's trying to use hacks. Wow. Oh. This is fine. This is fine. Oh, hey, Dave. Don't do it, Dave. 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 No, thank you. You know what? I know where I'm going. They can't get me up here! Not when I'm halfway in my chimney? Like Santa Claus? Oh, look, Blink can join the server. Niece, thank you for the 5 gift subs. I really appreciate it. You didn't have to do that. But thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is a huge amount of support. Dave, stop stomping around out there. Calm down, buddy. Dave. Praise Dave. Yeah, chimney sweep. Oh. My spikes seem to have at least killed 2 of them. Ah, that was fun. I'm actually really happy we got to see symphonic storms on stream. That makes me actually quite happy. Alright, storm time over! Let's pop this over here. Put this flax with the rest of them. Let's grab my rope so I can head over to the boat again. See if there's anything else we need. Probably a lot. What the fuck? Alright, I gotta, you know what? After I check on the boat, I'm killing these pigs. The fact that they fixed the animals eating farm. Hey, yeah, Jer's here. Nice. Logged in right after the storm. I see. He's in cahoots with Dave. Hey. Got him. What is that? Smallmouth bass. Nice. Take that. What are these? Wavy cap? Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's... After Dave, let's have a good time. I need papyrus? Specifically. Okay, I'm making an executive decision. If you guys are at the papyrus stage of building the papyrus sailor, I will spawn in 16 papyrus and trade 16 papyrus for 16 cattail. The fact that you can't use that interchangeably is a little annoying to me. So, is there a mod config for that? Let me check that first. Shipwright, shipwright, shipwright. Cheater? Yes. Yes, I am. Alright, I need to go gather 16 cattails as my tax. And then just destroy them. I think that's a fair trade. Because we didn't start in the warm climate. We literally just do not have papyrus. Alright, one more. And if enough people think that's cheating, I'll honestly just destroy the boat. I guess. Okay, there you go. There's my tax. Tax to the government, as Lumberjack would say. Yeah. Alright, let's launch this boat and test it out. Heh. Wait, where's... Not moving. Rider seat. Cargo, cargo, cargo. Passenger seat. Do I still need an oar? For this one? I wouldn't think so. Yeah, I might need an oar. Yep. We be frogging. Say the shipwright boat physics can be a little draggy, you know. Shift, attach, carried. Is there an oar spot on it? Doesn't look like it. Forn, you okay over there? Alright, well, we have our boat. That can stay there for a while. Until we can load it up And then we'll sail north. Yeah. Man, I tell you what, spawn has been rough. Spawn has been rough. Wait, where's... Yes. Good old Bearlandia. Up to 14 gears. We need to go see if we can buy some stuff. Actually, let me go to the adventure trader. Or artisan? I need to mark more traders. I think I only found 2 artisan traders so far. Alright, quick meals cooking. I think from there we will hopefully do our next metal pour soon. To find a beehive potentially. Haven't found one yet. All right, let's kill these boars. That's been bugging me, right? Oh, no! Stay away, you fucking thing. And of course he drops down a block. I don't know why they're running so fast like this. Got him. Solid shots. Nice. First couple pieces of fat, we'll just go ahead and render that down. Oh wow, there's pig tusks now. That's pretty cool. We'll just stick them up there. More trophies. We did get one medium hide. Scrapes. Pelt. Cool. Oil lamp. Yeah, no, I'm excited to use it too. Honestly, like I think it's going to be a great addition, if not like the main way people are going to preserve things. I think. What is the preserving bonus on jarring versus just like a normal crock? Do you know? Kind of off the top of your head, like, oh, it's twice as good, something like that. Right click to reel it back in, and you have to be pretty decently quick. I would say there's a decent amount of forgiveness with the mechanic, but you do still have to be kind of timely with it. Where did mine? There it is. All right, I need 9. Correct for the... For this, yep. Let's start warming it up. And then we will use 3 coal. Crock is 6x abundance. Steel crock is 10x. Wood lid jar is 10x. Wood lid sealed with wax is 12x. Metal jar lid is 15x. Steel can is 20x. Okay. That definitely seems pretty good. So wood lid jar is basically, it saves you from sealing crocks in a way, just by itself. Which I like, because it's more involved anyways. This is something that I probably should have looked up, you know, when I was testing mods, but I just trusted your guys' mod would work. I was just like, they wouldn't release something that wouldn't work, because they just wouldn't. Not those guys. So Wiki and Fortnite did a great job with the handbook. Okay, yeah, nice. Yeah, once I'm making glass, because I'm assuming that's the earliest I can jar anything anyways, I'll definitely be checking it out. How we doing in here? Need more charcoal. I need a shovel. You guys are lucky I didn't install the muck mod, okay? It was on the server for a while. We could have been mucking. All of us. Muck, 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 muck. Have you guys, Lincoln Forn, have you guys seen the Steel Blast Furnace mod that came out here recently, I think? It looks pretty cool from like a Steel Age production perspective. As a person who never gets into Steel Age, I probably can't appreciate it as much as you guys could, but... Here, yeah, it's called Steelmaking Expanded. Here, I'll just throw it into chat. Also, I mean, the abbreviation is literally SMEX. You can't have a better abbreviation, in my opinion. But just visually, it's kind of cool to have something like that. With pipes and stuff. Because it's kind of interesting. Vintage Story has like so many pipings and things running to machines and stuff in the story locations and ruins. But you don't get to build any of that yourself. Now, maybe when they do the Industrial Age, because aren't they going to go... I think they're going to go into early Steam. I might be saving it for that, but I think having pipes everywhere running around your base to like push steam into things will be visually cool. Oh, I bet. I am not envious of that. I do not code. I do not vibe code. I don't even try. It's funny because I can write SQL fine for work, but like doing actual coding is so uninteresting to me. Please don't make the death cap into bread. Don't do it. I'm excited to find a good base location to have a water wheel again. I am a frog. Doing metalworking. Alright, cool. We're gonna have our anvil soon. Guess that means I need to make a forge somewhere. I guess it'll be here. Dude, I am, like, my office being in, like, a space over a garage, it cannot maintain a temperature. It is rough. I'm assuming my best bet is probably to find a boulder, like a granite boulder or something. And just use a pickaxe here to get granite. How much meat we gonna get from this pig? 2 prime, 7 red, awful that I just don't do anything with ever. Strong bone. Just store this for now. Because the server's going to restart anyways. I should be able to do 2 meals of red meat with prime and then an additional veggie. I think I'm going to do that as a meal when we get back. That's a pretty good one. Dang, this is cooling down a lot quicker than it used to be. Don't tell me I did that right when the server restart. Or did my game just crash? Hello? No, it just straight lagged that long? Okay. Maybe, don't tell me it was taking a backup. No? Console. I literally see nothing in here that's, like, alarming. Okay. Whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's fine. The stuff over here. Gonna go ahead. I need like a 1 minute to restart notification. I should probably set that up. Let me set that up. One restart. I'll say 60 seconds. 60 seconds. Task admin. minutes. Nope. Seconds. Edit. Okay, and when is these triggering? 3, 7, 11, 15, 19, 23, 55. Okay, there we go. New trigger. Let's go ahead and restart vendor store. Always the best thing to do. So far, we haven't honestly really hit our RAM cap too bad. It happens, obviously, if people are exploring a lot. But upon server restart, it kind of fixes itself. Actually, let's wait a second. It's still starting. Woo, look at all those failed resolving crafting recipe ingredients. Cobblestone. Blah, 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 blah. Yep. Yep. Yep, 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 yep. Well, I need to make a scarecrow. That might help also with the field. Alright, Jersey. Okay, cool. Game is lagging. Game is lagging. Might be on my end, though. Okay. Weird. I don't know if the anvil's buggy or not. Okay. Well, we got our anvil. So that's something. Now we're just waiting for our prospect mold. And we're gonna need, well, I can't use the handbook yet. Takes a second for it to load all those things. Yay, full food bar. Oh yeah, something to let you guys know. Since we have freeform Artelier, if you do that with a candle, it still emits light. So if I set a candle here in my Windows cell, it still emits light. Or I could just set the candle on the wall if there was like a chisel spot for it. There you go. Alright, let's go ahead and cook this food before it goes bad. We used 1 aged firewood for this. It's literally all you need to cook a slew of meals. Yep, it's nighttime. You missed the temporal storm, Red. It's a shame. Hey, James. Good to see you again. Been a while. Alright, where's this big boar? There she is. Dick. I honestly thought fish would get me more food than what it is. Yeah, I mean, like, without, a cooking pot, it won't. Cooking pot is basically required. Oh, man, that thing's still alive. So, cooking pot is kind of like in a bowl is the first thing you should always rush because it kind of doubles the food when cooked into a meal. If not more. Here, boy. The blood went that way. The hooves are going this way. I haven't seen another hoof print. Just saw the one. Oh. Oh, wow. Branches. What is this, golf? Oh my lord, he's still alive. I have not blacklisted any mods. No. As far as I'm aware. And for now, I kind of have taken everyone at their word that they don't use those things. But we're also limiting tech progression. So right now, you can only make up to copper. So I thought about blacklisting some mods, but I just don't know which ones. I tried just doing a whitelist only and not blacklist, right? But it actually crashed the server config. I don't know why. Jer, are you watching the stream? Because I can talk to you that way, but... Oh my god, finally dead. You want to actually use them to cheat anyway? I mean, we're all friends here, right? You never know. Like, some people, you know. I like the struggle. Like, me personally, right? Like, I'm the type of person that'll sit there and copper and 10 age for years without progressing. And then there's some people who, like, don't want to play as long as they can't get, like, steel tools because they, like, want to do massive build projects, right? That seems cheaty to me. Yeah, no, mob reader would be cheating, yes. Yeah, so when we find the actual base location, we're going to do Japanese again. So we have a bunch of Japanese outfits. And Japanese building pieces, so like Japanese hearths. You have some wall pieces installed. Storage things, that's kind of Asian themed. We also have a whole bunch of clothing. I think it's Han something, but we got like a bunch of robes, Haori robes, jackets, and things as well. I don't know if I'm going to get to a Japanese castle. That would be a little high. But I'm definitely going to try for like a manor-y, village-y look, at the very least. Gotta make a temple to praise Dave, at least. True. I might have some magic stuff as, like, Shinto shrines. I think. As well. I don't know yet. It just depends on, like, how quickly I can get stuff. Our first event, we kind of settled on our first server event yesterday. We're gonna do... To usher in the 10 age and bronze age, I'm gonna build like a little fighting arena. And bring people over there to do gladiatorial combat against like bears and stuff. Maybe some PvP. And I'll probably just admin that as like an event and then teleport everyone back kind of deal. So they're technically like wood structurally, but they are plaster on the outside, yes. Make red a gold shovel for the shenanigans last season. Yeah. Barb, I'm going to centralize with more hunting style tavern. Main theme is all the new boars. Yeah, I know. That'd be cool. If you go out and gather all the boars and, like, bring back their stuff. Well, we don't have, like, taxidermy, I don't think. That's one thing. I don't think you can taxidermy a boar. Well, look, it's a canning bench. Who made that? Yeet. I may want to get more copper. And I want to test putting one of these in the boat. Because what I'd like to bring up north is I want, I need to bring a work table for toolsmith so that I can repair tool heads and stuff. I need to bring a spare anvil, a spare set of all copper tools, probably the primitive skinning hook and bench. There we go. Yeah, we can fit 3 of these in here. And it looks like we can attach a lantern, but can we attach an oil lamp? The front can do a basket, though. That might be worth it. Anything on the back? And also I want to farm 1 temporal gear. Or maybe 2 by the time we head up also. That would just be smart. We're definitely going to have storage on the boat. I could upgrade the chests on it to probably wooden chests, but I kind of like the vessel look for the boat. It just makes more thematic sense. I'm just going to make a reed chest real quick. I might bring the boat up here. That way I don't have to go across water to get to it. There we go. I don't have my ore on me. Looks like the boat's staying there. Let's try and find some more traders. Maybe I can purchase some backpacks. I'll tell you what, Foreign, if you're able to make something like your bar though, that'd be great. Visually. Especially if it's like a kind of all-encompassing build. Slate or shale. Can I make a thing out of shale? No. I can make a shale grindstone though. I don't see a trader. Oh, it's Jerk. Without the color map, so different trying to, does this actually, yeah, that still goes north. So different trying to find traders and stuff. I wanted to go 10,000 blocks north. But if I find a cooler spot before then, I'll settle there. But I honestly wanted to start seeing the aurora, if possible. I just don't know how far north that would be. But I might just settle 10,000 for now north, and then if I need to go farther north, I might just do like a simple kind of hunting lodge up north more. Wolf. But I want to live off a river, specifically if there's a watershed stream feeding the river. And then if there's a cool mountain in the background, even better. That's kind of what I'm looking for. It's a very ooh-woo thing to do. It's a big fish. What the heck? I would think I would have ran into a trader by now. They're usually not overly too far apart from each other. Unless that changed with the trader overhaul a little bit. Or because our trees are taller and more lush, it's actually kind of harder to see. But also with the map being colorblind, that's harder to tell. There's a lot of reasons. Shale. Actually, shale. It's cobblestone, isn't it? To make a forge? Okay, yeah, I can use shale. Can I make shale into a quern? No. Let's see, I need 6, 7. I'll just grab almost a stack of this. I think that's fine. That bauxite? Yep. Pretty cool mountain range. Okay, let's hop in here. Get us another good old fish. Ah, man, I love Salty's movement mods. It makes, like, getting around the rough terrain so much more streamlined. That's a lot of bearded teeth. Also, just an FYI chat, here in probably 5 or so minutes, I'll have to take a break for dinner. I have to go cook some meatloaf. Run to the store, get all of that done, eat dinner, and then we'll be back for like a second stream for Vintage Story, but... let's see. But the second stream will probably be a late runner. Again. And then tomorrow, wake up early, mow the lawn. Super excited. Is that a ripe? Yep. I really like the new berries, honestly. I'm a big fan of what they did to it. I haven't tried propagating them yet, so maybe maybe that'll change. But I like the new models. I like the fact that they're not like overly abundant or all ripe at the same time at the start. Not seeing a trader over this way either. Actually, question for Foreign and Blink, since you guys again are more veteran. What do you guys think of the grain changes? Grain giving half of what it gave before in terms of produce. I think it's cool because it kind of forces you to have bigger grain fields. Like visually, I just think that's cool. But what do we got here? Is this an old windmill or just a normal tower? I think I've been here before already. Just pop in again. Tool? Oh! Okay, free copper pickaxe. We take that. Oh! Back! Back, demon! I don't remember seeing a locust nest here last time. Flax twine's good. Leave behind the grain for... take beeswax. This would be a cool ruin to build like a mage tower out of. Wouldn't it? Black carpet. It's kind of cool. Firewood, ashen wattle and daub. Torch, black ceramic single. Phosphorite, corundum, crushed alum. I like a grain early on was OP, like getting a ton of from ruins and stuff. Okay. Bastard. Bastard. Look at this mighty oak tree. That's a big tree. You get a lot of logs out of that one. Alright, well, I guess we gotta head back to base, because I'm not seeing another trader at the moment. That's literally what I came out here looking for, because I need to mark more traders. Because we have 15 gears. Horses. Just want to look over here first. This is a very stable area. My stability just like skyrocketed there. Oh yeah, that's another thing I'll do. Like, watch me find the perfect base location and it'll be temporally unstable. I will literally cry. Oh, not seeing one. Do the preserving jars, Florin and Blink, get a shelf bonus as well? Like the Crocs do in the cellar? Yes, I'm pretty sure they get a shelf bonus. Or is it just simply the cellar bonus? There's only seller bonus for base game, but yes, jars and cans get the same buff. Okay. Cool, cool. Alright. Cool, cool. Alright. Pickaxe, pickaxe. Fish? Filet. It's a carp. Carp, damn. I should have downloaded Salty's recycle bin. Okay. Add this over into here. That. Okay, we can at least skin it or do this thing now. That? Yeah, let's do that. Trash goes on the roof. This can go in here. You know, the perishables. Nope. I think I have a bone pile somewhere. These done? Nice. Let's see right on that. Just put it in here. Okay, tell you what, chat. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll start up another stream here in probably 2 to 3 hours for an evening stream. Hope you guys are enjoying Vintage Story, and we're back at it again. I'm really enjoying it. I really love Vintage Story. It's pretty much my favorite game. So we're still progressing into Copper Age a little bit and getting our boat prepared so we can sail north. I'm thinking about sailing northeast long term. The archer stakes are doing amazing work still, so I'm going to have more of those around. I like the palisades. I like our little survival hut. It's cozy. It's sufficient. And we got a little riding horse doohickey leaning against the wall. So with that, let me go see if anyone's streaming as we frog here for a second. That we can send you to. Booster's live. Niece, if you were live, I'd be sitting them there. Okay, goodbye. Have a good one. Say hi to Booster. Ribbit.